Matt, just what did you see just go the last couple minutes?
Yeah, we put ourselves in a really good position there at the end of the second half. The second half kind of went back and forth with some small runs from both teams, and then we were in a really good position, and then just, we didn't execute some simple things. It didn't even get down to the actual, piece of running an actual play. We just didn't pass and catch on a couple plays and just dropped the basketball, and that cost us 2 possessions. And then we had an illegal screen where we got Aaron coming open for a 3. Then we set an illegal screen, and so you go 3 out of 4 possessions right there, and then we get the ball to the rim a couple times. Not layups, but 5-footers, and we missed those. And so, we put ourselves in position to control our destiny there at the end, and we really kind of beat ourselves. But with that being said, we opened that door, and then they made the plays necessary, on the offensive end. They did a great job of executing at the end. Matt Coleman, once again, probably is the player of the game against us. Makes that nice pass at the end for a dunk. Makes a nice pass Evers for a 3 there at the end. He finds Gerald Liddell, in that corner, for a shot. And so he did a really good job there at the end of having a mature pulse and making good decisions. So, you got to give Texas credit, but it's also a hard lesson for us, because I felt in that stretch offensively we really needed ourselves.
There was a sequence in the first half too there late where I think you had it to 4 or 5, and
Right.
they got it in transition a couple times.
Right.
Whether that's the first half or the second half, I don't remember. But there were a couple instances where you had a chance to build a little cushion.
Correct.
What did you need in those moments? That
Well, we had, I think we had a 5-point swing and a 4-point swing.
Yeah.
Stefanovic makes a great steal off a pin down by Febres and steals the ball, and then doesn't force things and waits and makes a great pass to Eastern, who misses a layup, and then we missed the attempted tip dunk by Wheeler there. Then they go the other end, and Febres hits that 3. That was a big, 2 possessions right there that they got 5 points in terms of difference. And then we had another one that was I don't know if it was a 4-point or a 5-point swing. So being up 3.5 and having those 2 little small swings, there really hurt us. So if we could have eliminated one of them, now being up 7 or 8, points at half, puts you in a little bit different position. But to their credit, you got to be around the basketball, and when people don't convert, I think that's something for us. And when we go back and watch, the film, we have 2 missed dunks at the rim. We have a block shot. They have another block shot late against us also. But you got to give them credit. They're very athletic. They're very long, and you got to be able to at least get to the free throw line on those plays and not have empty possessions.
Matt, you mentioned their length. It seemed like Nogel struggled a little bit around the rim. Is there anything you'd like to see him do differently when he's attacking?
No, just convert those. I think you're taking a live action and giving a comment about it. Sometimes when you go back and watch film, you have a different opinion. But no, a couple of them were post-ups. One that I can remember was a drive early, and I thought they were all good shots. Just has to keep working at it, and just be more consistent and finish those. And when guys miss free throws and they miss things around the basket, it's just things that just a kind of a mental piece. Sometimes the ball doesn't always go in for you. You just got to keep working on it and keep putting in time.
What was it about the rotations on the pick and roll that kind of gave you guys fits?
Yeah, well, at the very end, really didn't give us that much problem, to be honest with you. We turned the ball over a lot until the end. They went into a rescreen that was lower, so they got underneath the elbow. We were letting them get a little bit too deep. And then when they did, the one time when we got buried on it, we had to sell out to the dive guy. The time before, we didn't sell out to the dive guy, and they get the dunk by Sims. And then Febres gets that 3 there at the end. So you have to be able to bottle them up and stay into them when they're that deep, if you can't switch it, and then get your hands up high so they can't see, a lot of those things. So I'll have to watch, tape to kind of see the details of those things. But I thought they did a good job of kind of holding that. That's not something they've gone to here early in the season. It's kind of a downside of playing a game, one of your first or second games. You're not going to know everything, that they're doing. But I kind of chalk it up to Matt Coleman. His passing and his decision making was better than our defense.
Matt, when was the decision made on Sasha, and how big was it for him to come in and do that, because he's going to have an enhanced role this year and have to be a bigger part of this offense?
Yeah. Well, I thought he was great. If he's not out there on the court and doesn't give us, you know, that lift, you know, with his ability to shoot the basketball, we're probably in a tougher spot. But he practiced a little bit and did some things shooting on Monday. I shouldn't say practice on Monday, but he, you know, got out there a little bit. And then the day before, he, you know, he probably did about half of the stuff that we were doing. Then we kind of just stopped him because he looked really good. He didn't want him to be sore on the day before. And today he did all the shoot around. So that was great, you know, because when it first happened, we didn't think, you know, he would be able to come back after just missing one game. But he was, you know, he really helped us.
Did you want to get Harms and Travion established a little bit more earlier in the game in the low post, and did Texas do anything to make that difficult?
Well, I think their athleticism and their size, you know, made it difficult. You know, those guys got to be able to establish themselves. So they played 40 minutes and we got 17 shots from them. I think that's pretty good. You know, you can't be 8 for 17 when you're at the rim. You got to do a better job of finishing around the rim. You got to do a better job, you know, getting rebounds. And you know, Travion in his minutes, you know, he does a good job of getting rebounds. And you know, he didn't convert there at the free throw line. And it's tough, you know, because you get those guys. Travion's a better rebounder, Matt's a better defender. And so you're trying to balance that.
Right.
And obviously with their athleticism and their ability to shoot the basketball, it's tough to go big with that. But no, I thought we did some good things. You know, they got a lot of opportunities. We just got to keep working and, you know, making good decisions and, you know, being strong and knocking down our shot.
Late in the game, 1 or 2 possession game. Obviously, last year that would have been Carson's time to have the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it doesn't seem like you have a real go-to guy in that
Correct.
situation yet. Is that something you want to develop, or do you like
Yeah,
having
yeah.
4 or 5 guys that can shoot at that time?
Yeah, no, it's something that just kind of is going to have to happen organically. You know, you got different stuff you can run for different people. Whoever's in that position to be able to break people down. You know, Jihad does a good job of breaking people down. You know, we got there. Sometimes you don't get to where you want. You know, Eric Hunter got to the rim twice. He made one of them. The other time we had a post up and got there. The other times they were empty, you know, because we couldn't catch the freaking basketball. And so then we have an illegal screen there. So those last possessions in a row, you know, you're just trying to, you know, how can we generate a good look? How can we generate, because sometimes late in the game, you know, you have to put that stressor on the defense, whether it's a post up or a drive. If you run something for a 3, you know, and that doesn't go well, you know, now you get stuck a little bit. So you got to try to have a balance of, you know, when plan A doesn't work, plan B is still a good option.
You mentioned Hunter, obviously. I think you guys are down 2 with 30 seconds to go. He gets the ball and just goes straight at it. I'm guessing the way the defense cleared out, that's what you want there?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, we were trying to get to the rim. A lot of what happens in those situations is those guys open it up. And when they open it up, you got to be able to get in there. And then they all try to, you know, block it. And so they're a great offensive rebound, you know, situation for him. But no, I thought, you know, when he made that drive, I thought that was a good drive. We just got to finish it. So, thanks.